Welcome to the Dance Studio Empire podcast business series. This podcast is about building your studio empire, whatever that is for you, whether you're just getting started or striving to hit the elusive $1 million mark. This business series will give you the confidence and know-how you need to transform your studio and give you the business you've always wanted. So sit back and get ready to build your dance studio empire. Hey, studio owner, I am really excited for this episode today. We are going to talk about how to sign new students up straight after they take that first class or the trial class. In the last episode, I talked to you about how confident I am that if I get the right person or the right dance family in my studio and through my studio doors, that I know that they will sign up. In fact, this is part of the reason we have a large wait list, because they all convert, but we just don't have availabilities in our classes. With COVID, we had to reduce numbers. We shrank the timetable a little bit, which is totally a great problem to have, right? Yeah. And then this year we've been able to timetable for next year and have been able to expand, and we see where the demand is, and we put more classes in for that particular age group. And hopefully we can then cater for the waitlist demand. But honestly, the amount of studio owners that I work with and I speak to would love to have this problem, as you probably do too. But I keep going back to the only 4 things that you need to do and continue to refine in order to have this problem of too many students and not enough space. And that is to, number 1, attract the right people. Number 2, entice them to try out a class. Number 3, sign them up. And number 4, retain them for life. And so today we're going to dive deep into the signing them up part, because your marketing and messaging has attracted the right people to reach out to you. The process of connection, that communication, the trust that I speak about, it's begun, okay? And that really is one of the hardest parts of getting new students, outside of word of mouth referrals, because they're obviously absolutely priceless. But your marketing and your messaging, this is what you want to be doing. Now, you've spoken to them. You've given them some really good reasons to come to your studio and try out a class or two. The way you've communicated with them, the language that you're using, they now know that it's about them and their child and not about you and your studio, because you've done this in the way you've communicated with them. Again, part of the trust process. So far, everything you're doing is right. You've put their mind at ease by answering concerns and worries they might have. Tick. They don't feel pressure or obligation if they do attend a trial class. Tick. And you've given them a quick reminder about when their first class is or their trial class is, so they don't miss it. Tick. You've got them through the door and they're participating in one of your beautiful classes. Tick. Okay. Now they're there, you need to ensure that the classroom experience is clean, it's calm, it's concise, and consistent. There's a lot of C words there, especially if it's not you teaching. So if you're teaching, then hopefully you're running the class exactly how you want it to be run, because you're doing it. But if you have other teachers, it's really important that you have trained them or armed them with your exact expectations about what you want, or how you want them to deal with new trialers that come into class, because potentially they might have a class of 20 kids who have been there for 6 weeks, and then someone comes in new. So it's different, and teachers need to be taught or trained or told by you how you would like them to handle it. And I know this might sound like a no-brainer to you, but even things like acknowledging them when they walk into the studio and just simply using their name, things like that. I've seen it where a new student will come in for their first class and the teacher barely makes eye contact. Never mind acknowledging them by their name, to help them feel comfortable. But come on. I mean, that's the first thing, right? You're so close. You're so close. So make sure you give your teachers the training and the expectations that you want. For us in the past, our teacher training, we have gone into a lot of detail about identifying the different personality types of a dancer and the different actions, the different words, your body language that you can use to ensure that the experience is flawless for them. Okay, now this I know is a whole other podcast, but it makes such a difference if you can arm your teachers with this knowledge, because it's going to help them convert for you. Okay, maybe you've done that training. I know quite a lot of you who listen have done that training before. Well worth it. Well worth it. But just remember, the more comfortable that they feel, the quicker they are going to settle in and love their first lesson, the closer they are going to be to signing up. Okay, so that brings us to after their trial lesson or their first class. So what now? Now, the class it's going to generally end one of 4 ways, and I'm just going to talk you through them. So the first way is they've done the class, they are absolutely blown away by the experience, they're excited, they want to enroll then and there. Fantastic. This is the goal. It's also super important that you have then the information or the paperwork or even a QR code now to send them straight to an enrollment form. Or maybe you manually add them to your dance management system. Either way, just make sure you get their details, because you want to commit them. You want them handing over that information, so essentially they don't have to think about it again. If you require an enrollment or a registration fee or some sort of payment of any type, or maybe you need their banking details, ensure you have the means to get it from them straight away. And it's really not to be pushy, but you're doing it in a way that's convenient for them. So, and you can tell them, once I have this, you won't ever have to give it to me again. So just tell them you don't have to think about it as soon as you leave here. The idea is to make the process as easy and as simple for them as possible. Don't rely on them to go home, find your website, find a link, and then send them a registration form, have them log into the bank details, transfer the money, blah, 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 blah. That's a lot of things to have to do when you get home. And again, put yourself in that position of, if that was you, with all the other things that you've got going on in your life. Maybe you're a parent, maybe you're a partner, maybe you're a carer. That's a lot of things to have to do. So most, of course, will do it, but if you can take that away from them, they're going to love you even more before they've even handed over anything to you, okay? And what it does, it actually reflects what your studio is going to be like for them, because if they see this process is this easy, then the rest of their experience in your studio will be this easy. And so it's worth it. Okay, that's the first way. The second way it could end is they say they'll think about it, or they want to have a chat with their child and they will let you know. Okay, now this really is okay and understandable. Many parents want to make sure that their child loves it before they commit to you. And there are some kids that won't verbalize as much as others when asked, after the class, did you enjoy the class? So some will be like, yeah, I loved it. I'll be like, no, I hated it. Like, okay. But then there's ones that will just sit silently and sort of stare at you blankly. And a parent obviously knows this. So it's in their best interest to ask and make sure that they, love it before they commit to you. In this situation, it's important to let the parent know that you completely understand, and simply start any sentence that is going to follow that with, that's not a problem at all. But, and then say something like, let us know as soon as possible because spots are filling fast and I'd hate them to miss out. Or you could say, no problem at all. I'll just let you know that if spaces do hit capacity, we'll need to put you on a wait list. So as long as you're okay with that, there's no problem. Or if you have a gift or a bonus offer, remind them, no problem, but I'll just let you know that if you do sign up this week or today, you will get blah, blah, blah as a welcome gift or a particular bonus, whatever it is. Don't lie to them, okay? I just want to say, if you have 3 kids in a class, don't say that you're about to hit capacity and you don't want them to miss out. You need to be realistic about what it is for you and think of another incentive or a way to create, a kind of FOMO to encourage them into action. And sometimes that's all it will take for someone to make a decision, because sometimes people just want help making a decision. So, and that might be the clincher for you. But if it's not, that's fine. You've armed them with the information so that if it does happen, if classes do fill up and they do get put on a wait list, they can't be angry with you. If they miss out on their free gift, they can't be angry. So that's all you're doing. Again, you're empowering them with information. Okay, number three. Number three is that you could determine that they're not a good fit for your studio. And it can happen. They slip past your pre-qualifying marketing, your messaging, that communication that you're doing. But very quickly, you can determine that you can't give this particular person what they want. Or it may even be that your instinct is telling you that they will never be happy at your studio. And I would really encourage and suggest that you give them another option. And I know this can be hard if you're trying to build numbers, but I can tell you from experience, it's not going to work. It's not going to create a happy place. It's not going to be easy for you. So you're better off just to let them go. And then you've opened yourself up energetically for someone who's perfect for your studio. Not getting woo-woo. But if it's appropriate, suggest another studio in the area or even another sport, which I've done before when, we have some kids trying classes and all they're doing is running and chasing props instead of doing the dance. I'll say to their parent, maybe give soccer a try for the next 6 months and then come back and try dance. Because there are those parents who desperately want their child to dance and their child really does not want to dance. So that is another alternative as well. Just suggest another sport or another studio. And finally, number 4 is they just decide that you're not for them. Okay, they make that decision that you are not right for them. And again, this too is okay. In fact, it's actually good because it will save you time and that energy to open up spots for someone else to enroll. And when people do that, I always will thank them for their time. I give them a smile. I talk with them a smile. I leave the door open because if you ever want to try again, we're always here. Now, remember, it's not usually a negative reason that they don't enroll. It may just be that they just don't feel that it's right for them. But remember, these people have friends. They probably standing around the school playground, chatting to other parents, and someone may say, oh, they're looking for a dance studio exactly like yours. And that other person will highly recommend you because you let them leave with no guilt. You let them know you are friendly and opening and welcoming. And so they might recommend that this person contacts you because your studio will be perfect for them. So see how it works? It's beautiful and simple, and that's just the way we like it to be. There's just no need for that negativity or that feeling, that personal rejection, because remove that. It's not about that. Okay, you're providing a service. I know it's hard because we're so emotionally attached to what we do. I get it. Anyway, so that's it. They're the 4 ways that it's going to end. But that brings us to the end of this episode. Next week, it's a biggie. I'm going to talk to you about the 4th thing that you need to do to grow your dance studio empire. And that is to retain these perfect dancers for life, or their dancing life anyway. It's a good one. It's really just the beginning of so much more, but absolutely a great place to start. So until then, have a great week. Hey studio owner, if you are ready to have classes so full you need a waitlist, an incredible team who are exceptional with your dancers, or simply generate more revenue for your studio, then I want to invite you to join Dance Business Academy. Now, whether you are just getting started or striving to hit the elusive $1 million mark, Dance Business Academy will give you the confidence and know-how you need to transform your studio and build your dance studio empire. Just send me an email to info@danceteachercentral.com and I'll send you through the details.